The S&P 500 value stocks up 1.4%. S&P 500 growth stocks down 1.4%. Are things changing in any sort of lasting way?
So it's true that a lot of these growth blow-ups stopped crashing, but that's like for one day, on a day where half of Wall Street is not even working. So I wouldn't put too much stock in the idea that we've seen the worst for Zillow, Peloton, Teladoc, Penn, DKNG, IPO, the SPAC ETF, ARK. Like those stocks, this is not what bottoming looks like, unfortunately. Can we get at least like one day with a higher low, I guess would be the way I would put it. But to your point, regional banks, happy 52-week high. Cyclicals look good. Home builders, industrials, energy, financials. And those stocks are buoying us. So if you were to say, like, who gets this week, bulls or bears, I have to give it to the bulls. Because while a lot of stocks are now in no man's land and a lot of uptrends have been broken, the indexes have churned sideways the entire month. And all of that destruction beneath the surface that you guys do such a great job chronicling each day, it really hasn't amounted to much at the index level. So I still got to give it to the bulls here. The indexes are not pulling back, even given everything that's been going on. I think one thing that's really hilarious, we were looking at notable strength in the dollar, which if you're telling me we're really that worried about inflation, go ahead and try to explain that. And on the positive side, Costco,
well, that's
new highs yet again.
Right?
That is,
yeah.
That's
but still,
they price in more rate hikes against the rest of the world, which is not it's not happening in Japan. It's not happening in Europe.
I suppose we'll see if those rate hikes happen, if and when. But still, I think that's noteworthy. Costco, all-time highs again. HD and Lowe's, crazy strength. Those stocks are important, in my opinion. They're probably more important than Teladoc. And so I'm really paying more attention to that. And those stocks are telling us the consumer is fine and the market probably wants higher once we get through this sub-Rosa correction.
Well, okay, that's all great. But before we award this week to the Bulls and the Bears, the S&P almost to the penny is flat on the week. Actually, it's 46.97 and change.
Okay, but how much of the index is are the five biggest stocks?
24%.
Yeah.
A lot of
That's
it.
a lot.
But those aren't the stocks that are up that much this week.
Right, but they go sideways.
Right. No, but my point was going to be that, we're going to be here for 3.5 hours on Friday. So we have to hold off on giving the week to anybody, Josh.
True,
so,
true.
I know you're going to be focusing in on it.